Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. While there are many advantages to being a lead investor, there are also disadvantages. Here's a list of disadvantages to consider. The lead investor must convince the other investors to agree on the proposed terms. Not everyone will agree with the terms and the valuation set by the lead investor. The result of the investment will be placed on the shoulders of the lead investor. If the outcome is not a positive one, the lead investor will receive the blame. There is a time commitment. The role of a lead investor includes negotiating the terms and valuation and recruiting other investors. Closing the round will take considerable time as the other investors will go through their own diligence process. Providing diligence to other investors often leads to investors not doing diligence. Each investor is responsible for their own diligence result. There's an expectation that the lead investor will join the next round. By not joining it, it will put the startup in a difficult position. Consider these disadvantages before assuming the lead investor role. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.